All right, guys, so now that we have gotten our hair done, we're gonna go ahead and let that dry for a couple minutes, and we're gonna jump down to our base, and we're gonna get that done. So this is going to be, sorry, 1 second. This is going to be the Gryffindor scarf, right? So we're gonna use this outside edge and the interior for this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our large brush, and this is gonna be the white, or the red and the yellow for that scarf. And so we're gonna mix up a little bit of yellow with the large brush, with a little bit of that brown. We just wanna grab a little bit in there to darken it up a little bit, make it a little bit more of a gold tone. Just a little bit darker. And then you're just gonna start to divide it into some stripes. So I like to kind of go from the top and drag it down. It's gonna be pretty faint at first. This is gonna take a couple of coats. So you just wanna do a couple, like make those stripes. And you can do these as thick as you want to. I'm gonna do about a brush width and then just continue on. So then I can kind of space it out, say, okay, that's gonna be a red one, then jump over a little bit and do another yellow stripe. That way the yellow has time to dry while I jump to the red here in a little bit. And we'll just go all the way around making these stripes. And like I said, it's gonna be really faint for a minute, because we're gonna need to do a couple of coats with this. Just because that terracotta, the ceramic material really soaks up any of the moisture from the paint. And so it's gonna take a couple of coats with this paint color, which is just fine. You just wanna go around, like I said, giving it those stripes, and then you'll go back and do the red as well. So that's the yellow. And you'll continue all the way around. I'm gonna jump over and show you guys the red color so we can get that maroon done. That way you can go as well, and then we'll work together to continue on around our shape. Like I said, just kind of starting to space them out. I'll bring it a little closer. Starting to space them out, and you'll just continue around, leaving space for the red. And then when you get the yellow ones done, you'll wanna just let the first coat dry before, but when you get the first coat done around the whole thing, you'll rinse your brush out. And then we'll go ahead and we'll mix the red. So it's gonna be, once again, big scoop of red. And that same brown, we're just gonna grab a little bit more of that brown and mix that with the red. It's gonna be a good amount. Sorry, it's taking a second to grab it. It's gonna darken it up a little bit, and then we're gonna add just a little bit of black as well, because we want that maroon, just a tiny, tiny bit of black, because we want that nice deep maroon color from the Gryffindor scarf. Boop. I'll work it in here. All right, here we go. So I'll hold it up for you guys on my brush. Here we go, deep maroon color. Woohoo, there we go. And then same thing, we're gonna go right in between those yellow stripes, and the red will show up a lot better than the yellow. So don't worry about it. We're just gonna go right in between those stripes and make our maroon stripe. You wanna be kind of careful with this brush. If you're having trouble, you can switch to the round brush as well, if you're having trouble with this one being a little bit too big. But if you kind of keep it to that brush width, then you can kind of work those edges a little bit more. And then just like with the yellow, what we did, so we're just gonna go around. Get that little bristle doesn't wanna go in there. There we go. And then just like we did with the yellow, we're just gonna go around and fill in those gaps that are left. For the first coat, there we go. All right, so first coat of red, first coat of yellow, all the way around. We'll come back and do a second coat as soon as this one dries. So all the way around, I won't keep you guys on the video any longer, but all the way around with those stripes, yellow and red, first coat. By the time you get around with the red, the yellow should be dry enough that you could jump in. If you wanna wait just to make sure that that red doesn't smear into it, then I would wait for both of them to be dry before you do the second coat. But you just let them dry, and then you'll go back over it again. This is all while your hair and the skin tone is drying as well. So you just wanna set it aside for a moment to let that happen. And because it's on ceramic, it'll dry a little bit quicker as you go. All right, we'll be back in just a minute.